everybody. I thought I would do this video on recommended readings with a little bit of a difference. This one is recommended readings for your children, pagan books that I've found to be very, I don't know, just good for pagan kids. The first one that I highly recommend is called An Ordinary Girl, a Magical Child. Now this book is kind of all-encompassing. It goes over the 8 Sabbaths, it goes over a full moon celebration, a home blessing, a spell to banish bad dreams, and more. This is a storybook though. It's about a little girl named Rabbit, and it says, take a joyful romp with Rabbit around the wheel of the year as she learns about herself and her pagan ways in the first fully illustrated pagan children's book to explore wicked magic customs and holidays through a child's point of view. I really like this book. My son's 3, so we didn't read it all at once. We read it over a series of nights, little parts, and it could be done like that. So this one's one that I highly recommend. The next one is from the same person, Lyon Martin, written and illustrated. This one is Aidan's First Full Moon. And this one is, Aidan and his parents have been solitary witches for as long as he can remember. The rising of the harvest moon, his family is invited to a local coven's full moon Esbot celebration. Aidan is jittery about joining a circle full of strangers while he enjoys himself around the bonfire. The high priestess and his mother cook up a plan to get him involved in the harvest moon ritual. Aidan learns he is an important member of the pagan community. I really like this one also, and there's a little squirrel named Seamus that they like find the squirrel part of the book. Anyways, both of those books I really enjoy for story time, teaching your kids about pagan ways and stuff. They're really cute. They're awfully simple. I think that they would be enjoyed for a long, like I said, my son's 3, so I don't know, 6, 7, 8 years old, I'm not sure. They're very simply told, and I really like them for, I'll show you some of them. They have a lot of artwork, you know, it's not all just words, a lot of artwork in the story. All artwork. They're really pretty, they're really cute. The next book is the Earth Child Handbook. This book is a lot of crafts. There's also a second one. This is book 1. Book 2 is about Sabbath. I don't have that one yet. This one has just a ton of crafts and different activities in it. There's stuff that I could do with my 3-year-old now, and stuff that I will be doing with him for a long time in here. I always go by the table of contents when I look at books. It goes over how parents use this book, how kids use this book. Chapter 1 is Me and My Family. Chapter 2 is Mother Earth and the Elements, Earth, Air, Fire, and Water. Chapter 3 is the heavens, the stars, the god, the goddess. The heavens, spirit, the goddess, and the moon, the sun, and the god. Chapter 4 is deities, divination, magic, and ritual. Deities, spirit, goddesses, gods, divination, magic, spells, and rituals. Chapter 5 is Your Altar. Your Altar, Book of Shadows, 4 quarters, cast a circle. So that's what's all in this book, and there's just a ton of pictures, good color, and more pictures. There's just so much stuff in this. I love it. Love it. Okay. And last but not least is a series that I'm starting with my son. And, oh, I don't have the cover to this one. There's like a cover that goes over it that I put up so that he wouldn't miss it. Anyways, this is a child's introduction to Greek mythology. I really, really like this book. It's simply done. It's not, doesn't go into them like extreme or anything, but it goes over, I think so. Okay. I'll go down here. Okay, so in the table of contents it goes over the introduction. The Titan children, the 12 Olympians, meet the Olympians, gods galore, down in the underworld, supernatural creatures and beasts, hooray for the heroes, when in Rome. And then it goes through, that's the who's who and the what's what of Greek mythology. And then it goes through the myths. So, the War of Beauty and the Trojan Horse, Pandora's Box, the Chariot of the Sun, Atlanta and the Great Race, Odysseus escaped from the Cyclops, greedy King Midas, Perseus and Medusa, Persephone and the Four Seasons, Orpheus and Eurydice, 12 Laborers of Hercules, Echo and Narcissus, the Flying Horse, Tangible Web of Archene, Eros and Psyche. Anyways, it just goes over, and also like how to pronounce their names and stuff like that. There's a lot of artwork in this one also. Again, one that I've done, been reading to my son over the course of a few nights, because there's just, so it goes through, this is like the pages of information about each god and goddess. And then hooray for the heroes. It goes through each little story. So they're not very, big and complicated. They're pretty simple. There's the next story. So this book specifically, so this one is The Child's Introduction to Greek Mythology, the stories of the gods, goddesses, heroes, monsters, and other mythical creatures by Heather Alexander, illustrated by Meredith Hamilton. This is not what the cover looks like. It has another cover that goes over it, but that's who it is, and I'll type up the name of it. The reason why I say that is because it also comes with a little poster of the gods and goddesses, and in this front pocket, that comes in the front pocket of the book with all this other stuff in here as well. Also stickers of the gods and goddesses, and tattoos. So it comes with a lot of little crafty things, or little stuff for the kids. So we're also going to be getting similar books to this of Irish myths, Egyptian myths, Norse myths. I want to create a little collection of mythology books so that my son knows the gods and goddesses of our faith, of our spirituality. And this just teaches him the classic myths of, teaches kids the classic myths of those cultures and stuff. So, anyways, I just thought I would share. There's also, which I will connect links to, Puka Pages is really, really cute. They do an e-zine for kids for every Sabbath. So the next one coming up would be off Ostara, and it's printable. They have stories in there. It's about Puka and Puka's a cat, and his witch Elsie, and they go through their stories and recipes and games and coloring pages, and it's in my son's room right now and he's sleeping, or I'd have it out here. I didn't sign very well, but sorry. Anyways, so I will post a link to that too. Anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed that and you got some good ideas maybe for the kiddos. Anyways, I will talk to you later. Recipe.